Hello everybody, back here again for our vlog a day, and today is Thursday the 1st, and today was a lovely, beautiful day to be alive. Got this morning, like 5:05 or some crap. Stupid little dog woke me up. Apparently she's decided that 5 a.m. is her time to get up and go outside. And luckily she goes back and lays back down again, because the 5 a.m. thing is that weird time frame for me, because it's just, I don't know, it just kind of sucks. So it is what it is. So I went back, laid back down, got some good cuddling with my wife and that. Everything seemed to go pretty well there. And then didn't get in the hot tub, because again, I didn't want to get in the hot tub like 5 a.m. And then had another dog getting dropped off today that I watched, I think it was Monday I watched the dog. This for the day, the husband had surgery and he's not able to do much, and then also they're getting new flooring put in, and it with the dog running around over the house and annoying everybody and whatnot while they're trying to do work. So dropped the dog back off. I didn't want to be in the hot tub, and they showed up, dropped the dog off, and could have probably, I guess, just had to hold it and just let my wife meet him. As long as I was out of the hot tub before she left, it was fine, but it's all good. So I skipped that. Let the dogs play in together, and this dog has a tendency to get a little bit snippy, especially if the dog's bigger than her, and only has to happen once, and then she gets yelled at, and then she's great the rest of the day. But the littler dogs hadn't really had experience with her yet, and the little dog I have is super playful, but then gets annoyed and gets snippy herself. So I was like, this ought to be interesting to see how it goes. And they got to playing good, and the dog plays for like 5 minutes every time she's here, and then she goes and like has to hold it, nope, done, hides behind my chair outside for like anywhere from half an hour to 4 hours. So went ahead, she played for a little bit, then came back and hid behind my chair. From there we headed across the street, got some work done in the house, and she was really confused because I kept going up and down the ladder, painting the trim edges and stuff and whatnot on the ceiling, and just kind of climb up and down, and she was just like really confused. Apparently the ladder thing was throwing her off heavily, could not figure out what was going on in that whole process of why somebody go up and down a ladder over and over again. But wow, Christ all damn mighty, man. That lady right there in that van who just like smashed her exhaust and stuff onto her driveway coming in there also was like, I don't know, was looking at her phone or what, crazy old broad. Looked up and I saw her coming, she's like wasn't moving over for me. I thought it was kind of weird. Last second yanked the wheel, almost went off the grass. She hit the grass and there's someone in the ditch on the far side of the road. So it'll be crazy as hell, man. Don't understand it, but it helps if you look up and look at people on the road. So went ahead, the dog was confused with me going up and down the ladder over and over again. Bruce just laid there, he didn't give a shit. He's like, going down the ladder, I don't give a damn. And then I heard doorbell ring, it threw me off because I was out back. I was like, what the hell, is that my doorbell here? Because I'd never heard the doorbell here at this house. And I'm like, okay. So I thought, well, I'll look. And by the time I got to the door, they were turning to walk away. They had like some kind of name stuff in the back. I assume somebody trying to, we're in the neighborhood trimming trees and we'll cut you a deal because we're already here. That crap. So I almost ignored it. I'm going to open it up and see what it is. So I had the dogs in the backyard. They're out there playing. And then went ahead, and it was my neighbor asking if I had any dogs loose. And I said, nope, absolutely not. All my dogs are spoken for. They're all good. They're all inside. They're all taken care of. And went looking around for him, trying to help him find the dogs. Couldn't find them. A little black dog and then another dog. He couldn't really describe me what it was, but I was like, okay. So didn't know what they were. I was out front whistling, trying to get the dog's attention, and then Raven and Bruce in the backyard like, hey, we're over here. I'm like, not you guys. I'm whistling and calling for a dog and trying to see her get any type of acknowledgement of which way the dogs went. And then the dogs in the backyard barking like, hey, we're over here. Hey, we're over here. And I'm like, not you guys. And then they were super confused because now I'm out front barking at them, trying to get them to, trying to get a dog to come to me. And they were confused as all get out. So went ahead, said held it, gave up on looking for the dogs, walked up and down a ways. So before I go for my run, and we'll go from there. And then headed back in, continued to work on the house. Got a bunch of work done on it. And then came back across the street. Got some, basically, we got a couple of those little things done. Got the dogs outside, let them play around a little bit. Headed out for my run. And I was on my run, I got a text from the lady, picked my dog up. So she'll be there in about 15 minutes. I said, cool, I should be back before you. But if I'm not, I'll be there any minute. Like, I'm on my run, I'll be right back. She goes, oh, I'll give you more time. I'm like, no, I'm fine. Like, just come on back if nothing else. My mom will give you the dog. It's not a big deal. Just open the door for you, you grab your leash. So I was like, no big deal. So she was 15 minutes out where I was running. I was like, God, it's gonna be close. Definitely can't walk back there. So I just ran all the way back, which wasn't a big deal, except to put a little more effort into me than I was planning on doing today. So I ran all the way back to the house. Once I turned onto my street, I could see nobody's in my driveway. So I walked that last, I don't know, 4 or 5 houses, where I am from the corner. So I walked that down and then got there, and I beat her there by 2 minutes. So I'm like, cool, no big deal. Actually about a minute by the time I actually got to the driveway. So went ahead, I'm like, cool, no big deal. From there, went ahead and waited around. 5 minutes went by, 10 minutes went by, 15 minutes went by. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, well, I was gonna mow after I got off my run, but I don't want to go in the backyard, kind of thing. So I said, well, I'll do some weed eating. So I grabbed a battery, grabbed my weed eater, and then I started weeding the front. Got the front fully mowed. Now I'm like 40 minutes into this going like, the fuck, did you get killed by a car? Did you get in a wreck? Like, what the hell? So I text, and I'm like, hey, you still plan on picking the dog up today? She's like, yeah. And I'm like, do you have an ETA? No response. I'm like, son of a bitch. So she gets here, and I'm like, hey, what happened? She goes, well, I figured I'd go home and let you have more time and stuff. I'm like, no, that's not what we talked about. I told you if you couldn't make it, my mom would give you back the phone dog. So I'm just sitting here waiting for you. I'm like, I'm sweating. I'm in the air conditioning waiting for you to get here, because I expect you'll be here in 2 minutes. And I'm like, I can't do my day. Like, this is not how it works. And it's that whole overthinker people that think they're doing good for me. I'm like, no, just come to my house. Do exactly what I told you. If I'm not there, I'll be there in a couple minutes behind you. And if not, my mom can give you back the dog. That's all you got to do. Not a big deal. So that screwed like an hour of my day up. I was like, son of a bitch. So I started mowing, got the mowing done, or got my backyard done. And then I went across the street, got the front done. At a point, it was getting super late. My wife was already home. So I headed back across the street, went ahead and got myself a shower, got some dinner in me, watched the NCIS, and then couldn't keep my damn eyes open again. I don't know if there's something all in my brain or whatever. But at that time of the evening, I completely zonked out. But after that, ended up took my wife to come over to the house, look around, see anything else that I'm missing in the paint and whatnot, and so that's just all good to go. So we're all good on that. So I got to paint the master bathroom, and I got to paint the accent wall in the living room. Other than that, we are good. And then headed outside, had myself a nice little cigar, went back over, and realized she left lights and shit on the house. I went to check on it. I hadn't seen it in the nighttime. And I wanted to see how much different it looked with just artificial light and only no sunlight coming in, because the sunlight can really play tricks on you for shadows and whatnot. So head back over there, and she left like, I don't know why, left lights on. And I was like, oh, there you go. So I turned the lights off, headed back over, got the dogs in, got them all ready for bed. And there was crazy thunder and lightning going on, which freaks out this little dog, and it makes it for a rough night, but it is what it is. So anyway, that's all I got for right now. I will talk to you guys tomorrow. Have yourself a safe and wonderful day. Thanks for watching.